So I started recording a whole new video, like New Year's plans and so on and so forth, and it was literally me just sitting there talking to the camera. And I realized that I'm not really an interesting person to just sit and watch talk. So I figured I would kind of talk you guys through what my plans are for this coming year, both personally and with my channel here. And you guys can watch me kind of do my evening routine. My number one priority in 2023 is to get my body feeling good again. I've had low back pain since I was 19, and then it's come and gone over the past 10 plus years. But during my pregnancy, it got really nasty back and pelvic pain. Large part of that had to do with just what I was doing for work and getting up and down off the floor and that sort of stuff. It really kind of took a toll on my body. And then when I was actually in labor with my daughter, I ended up with 6 hours of back labor before I finally got the epidural, and was in so much pain to the point where I was actually vomiting. And that was entirely my own fault. I basically have been ignoring it for the last 2 years, between working full-time and being a mom. But this year, I'm really kind of making up my mind that my goal is to take care of my body, and do what I need to do to actually get myself into physical shape where I can feel like I can handle just normal daily life stuff of my job, of taking care of my kiddo, managing things around the house, that sort of stuff. It's really kind of come to this point because I have two really important things going on, or that have changed recently. One is that we actually have hired somebody new at work who they're going to be able to take a lot of the busy work administrative stuff off of my plate and free up my time, which hopefully we'll be able to put towards going to appointments. I know I need to at least start with physical therapy. But the other reason why this is going to start really soon is because I've actually been starting to get pain down into my legs, and which is not good. And I've been able to kind of mitigate and manage that a little bit, and keep it from really knocking me down, but I can definitely tell it's causing me to make changes in my daily life, and I don't want my back kind of holding me back from being able to do things around the house and getting projects done and spending time and taking care of my daughter. So that's my number one priority this year. The next important piece is going to be working through the Letter of the Week program with my daughter / homeschool stuff. She has been making really awesome progress with learning her letters and learning to count and being able to use scissors and writing and coloring and drawing and all that sort of stuff. Painting. I've just been thoroughly enjoying every opportunity that we have gotten to work through those things and do that stuff. So I'm going to continue obviously doing that. The third thing that I'm going to be focusing on this year is related to my YouTube channel, and that's going to be continuing to do videos on home management. And I do prefer to call it home management versus homemaking, because to me, homemaking sounds like it's my job to do these things. It's on me to make these things happen. And when you're living in a household with other people, it really shouldn't be just on you. It's kind of a collective responsibility that everybody work together to keep the home running smoothly, to keep things clean, to get projects done, so on and so forth. So, I'm not a homemaker, I am a home manager. And that means that I am definitely there getting into those projects and working on things and helping to get things done. But it is not solely my responsibility. My husband takes a very active role in things. We encourage our daughter to help pick up after herself. Especially if you are a working mom, you definitely shouldn't feel like you have to take everything on yourself. That should be a shared load with everybody that you live with. I also want to do more videos on lymphedema. That's actually one of the specialties that I hold. I did do one lymphedema video already and did a lot with explaining different components of lymphedema and what I do. And I think I'd like to do some shorter videos that break things down a little bit more into pieces, so they're a little bit more digestible and understandable. I also want to talk a lot about sleep hygiene because I am very guilty of this. I am not good about going to bed at the same time, getting up at the same time, staying on that routine, staying on that schedule. And I definitely feel it when I don't stay on a good rhythm and routine. And I also know there's some other, with my pain certification, there's some very specific things with sleep hygiene to really get the most benefit out of it. I'll also do some more information on toy rotation that I do for my daughter's toys, which really goes along with the home management stuff because that helps minimize the amount of mess and toys that get everywhere when she's having independent playtimes. And then all the home organization and projects that we've got going on, I've kind of made a mental list. It's partially mental, partially actually physically written down of the different projects that we want to work on and address each season. So I'm looking forward to kind of showing you guys more of the projects that we've been working on. There's more stuff I want to do outside with landscaping. Right now, since it's the winter, we are working on the laundry room in the basement, and I will show you guys where we've gotten to with that. My husband made a big step forward and built the platform that my washer and dryer sit on, so we don't have to bend over anymore to get into the machines. They're up off the floor and are moved to a different part of the room, so it's opening up the space a lot more. We decluttered down there. I'm looking forward to getting some countertops and cabinets and dividing that side of our basement between the bathroom that we will eventually put in from the laundry room side and redoing the floor in there. I mean, there's just a lot of things that I'm really excited about with that. But it's a very big project that we're working on this winter. And then the other thing, I had intended to do this last year, and I never actually got around to being able to make the videos, but I would love to actually do classic literature reviews, and specifically doing those videos with my husband. To be able to sit down and actually talk through those classic lit books, and some of those stories that especially get, I think, misunderstood. So, or characters get misunderstood. For a lot of us, like, we ended up reading those stories when we were in high school, when you're not reading them because you want to know the story and you kind of get immersed into it. You're reading it because you have to. And so there's a lot of those details and a lot of those aspects to the characters that I think we lose. So to be able to sit down and, after having read them more recently as adults and really being able to understand the character dynamics, why the stories by Jules Verne were so incredible, why the story of Frankenstein, why it came to be, why the writings of Mark Twain were so influential, all those sorts of things. And so I'm really wanting to look into doing that more this year. We probably won't be able to really dive into much of those classic lit reviews until we get past this spring semester. And then he'll be more available as far as his time to be able to both get back to reading some of those stories and kind of refreshing his memory of the characters and everything, but then also to be able to actually sit down and convey the thoughts and the impressions of each of the stories and characters. So, all right, I think I have rambled more than enough. I started my YouTube channel last year, and by the end of the year, I had over 100 subscribers, it's amazing to me that there is over 100 people out there that actually want to watch my videos and hear what I have to say. So I appreciate you guys sticking around and listening to me ramble. If you have any ideas or suggestions or anything that I might talk about that you would like more information on, please feel free to send me a message. I hope everybody has a wonderful night, and I'll see you soon.